Alright, so for today's video, I just kind of want to go over what it is I do and maybe if it's a career path you might want to take. So it's titled obviously personal training salary, but there's a lot more than just saying what a personal trainer's salary is. There's a lot of things you got to factor in. You got to factor in location, what your client base looks like as far as demographics go. What type of gym you're training in. Are you training in group settings, one-on-one? There's just a lot you need to consider before going into the job and being like, it's going to be this way because I saw another person doing it. You don't really know exactly how that person got to that point, and with personal training, it's a process. It really is. And if you're just getting your certification or you think you're good at working out and you can get results for yourself, that's great, and it's probably a good start to becoming a personal trainer. But until you can apply actual knowledge that you know about the human body, human movement, recovery to other people and not just yourself, that's when you can start becoming successful as a personal trainer. I see a lot of people come in as personal trainers and they think just because they have a background in working out or they think they know how to train really well, and they just get burnt out fast because they didn't expect the job to be what it is. And it takes a lot of organization, it takes a lot of patience, especially with clients and their results. Sometimes you'll have people cancel on you last minute and you don't know how to handle that situation. Should I charge them? Should I not charge them? Your job at the end of the day, biggest mistake that I made as a personal trainer when I was running my own business, I became too close with people and everyone thinks they get a deal or they get some sort of cut because we're good. And that's something I'm making a point here not to do while I'm in Santa Monica training. I'm not trying to become buddy-buddy with people that I'm actually training because there really does need to be a wall between that. And if you think you can combine the two, some may be able to do it better than most, but from my personal experience, I don't think that's a good way to go because people always want a discount. People always want something free. And it's annoying, but I mean, it is what it is. So as far as pay goes, it really varies. I've seen personal trainers make $15,000 a year, and the most I've ever seen someone make is upwards almost $200,000 a year. And you can't go into it thinking, I'm going to go in and make $100,000 my first year. That's not how it works. You literally need to build up your education. You need to build up your knowledge. You need to have past results. It really is a process, and there's levels to this shit.
Learn life. There's levels to this shit, young boy.
So I would highly recommend studying and learning as much as you can, and find someone you really admire as a trainer, or like a discipline or a practice, or you see someone who does something the way you like. Learn as much as you can about what they're doing and make it into your own. Every trainer is different. At the place I'm working now, there's about 40 personal trainers and every single one is different. Everyone's pretty knowledgeable from my understanding or what I see, but everyone kind of brings something new to the table, and that's when you're going to find your client base. What type of trainer do you want to be? What type of person do you want to help? And what kind of people can you actually get results based off what you know and your knowledge? I think it's an amazing career path. Once you do start getting higher up and you start really building a name for yourself as a personal trainer, clients will just come to you. People will just show up ready to train. That's it. You don't have to go out searching. But those first few years, you really do got to dig deep and search, and a lot of people will quit because they're like, this is bullshit. This isn't what I thought training was going to be. You got to build up your name. You got to build up show the world what you can do. Because if you don't, you're just another person who studied for a test and passed it. Can you apply the knowledge you're even learning? I did another video on how to pass the NASM certification. Go watch that video if you are taking the NASM test or you're planning on taking the NASM test. it's great. It's a good cert, but I mean, it's very baseline. You can't think you're just going to get a NASM certification and be a great trainer. You need to get experience in a gym, first of all. That's a mistake I made right away. I just thought I could do it on my own and train people. Didn't work. I eventually got a job at a gym in Minneapolis. Trained there for about 2 years. Really learned a lot because I was the youngest person there, and I didn't go in thinking I was some cocky fuck. I went in wanting to take in information and learn, and you learn more about training and your anything than with the people you're actually working with, because different compensations will show up in people, different injuries, different diseases, whatever the case may be, and you learn about it. And once you've done it once, you have that stored in your brain, so the next person who comes along who might have something one of those other people had, you can apply it and things will just go that much smoother instead of, okay, let's go to the drawing board and think what we need to do. Yeah, so I mean, sorry, I had to check and see if it was still recording. Yeah, so find what kind of environment you want to work in. I highly recommend going into a gym setting first, because you will learn a lot. Even if you think it's like cookie cutter or basic shit, you will learn a lot, because there's other trainers in those facilities who've been there for a long time who will teach you something that you didn't know, or you didn't know you were applying the wrong way. So find a gym job, get a little experience, and then after you start working with people and hearing other trainers talk about past experience they had, you can start dabbling into other things and really find out what your true passion is. I started off on my own, went to a holistic gym next, went on my own again for 2 years. That was great. Hated Minnesota, hated the cold. Now I moved to Santa Monica and I'm working in a corporate gym for it's just members come in, they have a membership, you try to get those members and you train them. So I like this setting, honestly, because I don't have to do all my own shit outside and really try to find people. They just show up and they're there for you to take. You know, I mean, you just need to apply everything you know and become the best trainer possible, and I promise you, you will get results, okay? So if you have any questions, let me know. Easiest way to talk to me is through Instagram, I think. And if you're thinking about taking the test, or you want to know a little bit more about the NASM test, you can go check out my other video on that certification. And yeah, good luck becoming a personal trainer. I think it's a great career, especially if you're someone who down the road you don't want to really work for someone. It's another thing I didn't really talk about. Once you're in a gym setting and you really establish yourself, you might be working for a company, but at the end of the day, you are your own business. You're working for yourself. You set your own schedule. You decide what hours you want to have available for people to train with you. And life gets a little bit easier because you can do what you want and set your own schedule. You can train as much as you want or as little as you want. So that's another huge reason why I'm a personal trainer, is because I get to set my schedule. I am my own boss, essentially. So yeah. Like I said, though, any questions, hit me up on Instagram, and I will see you tomorrow.
Boy, it's to the spliff, make it simple as you slip quick. Mind of its own, enter the zone. It's beautiful here, where I stay. It's a mind delay. I know that alarm clock still tick tocks a day.